So I'm going to have a bit of a necessary gemstone talk, and it's just because well, there's a lot of things to say on gemstones. Really, they're related to your zodiac sign. We'll get onto that in a bit, but a lot of people sort of love them. They like to wear them and have them in their home as well, and to carry around, and some people even work with them, you know, with Reiki, with meditation, with their clients. So I think it's really necessary to make sure we have the right gemstones for us and for the right purposes and for the right signs, depending on our chart. So it can get pretty complicated choosing which one to go for, you know, depending on if you want to enhance your health or enhance fertility or enhance creativity, wealth. So I just want to sort of clear all of that up, and so we can understand exactly which ones you can actually spend some good money on to get good quality ones as well, because that's the other thing. It definitely has to be quality stones, gemstones that we get to really get the benefit of the energy of the stones and the properties of them. And the main reason is because I see all the gemstones that are advertised are for your zodiac sign, which most people know as your sun sign, which is a bit misleading. It's not the whole information, and it's where you can go wrong with buying gemstones for yourself or for other people. And you also want to make sure, obviously, the quality is good, like I said before, especially for certain signs as well. Quality is the really only thing that's going to matter, mainly. You want to have the proper cuts. You want to make sure there's no significant treatment done to it or anything like that, just because low quality gemstones really don't do much for you. Just not going to make much difference in your life. So onto it. If you want to wear gemstones, buy your rising sign gemstone, not your sun sign. Your rising sign is your physical body. It's the most important sign for your outward style and what you feel comfortable wearing and doing, especially in public. It's a very public place of the chart, the ascendant. It's how other people perceive us. And really what our style is, it's along with the sun, the moon, the Venus. This can indicate style as well, but just to a lesser degree, and obviously it's going to be stronger if it's on the ascendant or making an aspect to the ascendant. The ascendant, I would say, is the sign that you need to look into when you really want to just up your style game a little bit more, and to make sure what you're putting on is the thing that you feel comfortable in and look good in, and it's really what we want. Obviously it's going to be a bit trickier if you have like a sun opposite the ascendant, you know, in the opposite sign, or squaring the ascendant, or Venus squaring the ascendant. You have to be a bit careful, because what you kind of feel and what you sort of resonate with may not necessarily be that thing you look good in. So like I say, really important, just go for your ascendant sign if you're wanting to make a good impression, all of these things. Your ascendant is also your social personality, how you really like to be seen and noticed. And it really enhances your chart ruler planet as well. And this is really good if your chart ruler is weak, and we say that if it's in, you know, not really a favorable sign or aspect. So it can help strengthen that, and which means it helps enhance the qualities of your life, the theme of your life that you're meant to learn and develop, whatever that is in your life. If it's Saturn, well, it's the career, it's the hard lessons in life. It's to help you through those. So really important. I know a lot of you are probably saying about what about the Venus sign, because this is also our style, but it's more like what we find aesthetically pleasing on others, what like sort of textures, fabrics, colors we like. But again, if it's conflicting with the ascendant, in conjunct opposite, more so square the ascendant, it's just not going to look as good as what you like the taste of something, but it's just not going to look as good on you. If you've got Venus on the ascendant, brilliant. Do your rising and Venus sign, that's great. You're going to look amazing. A lot of people don't really have that luxury though, so you're going to have to understand your Venus a little bit as well, how that's meshing with the ascendant, your style, and how you look, or what you'd like your style to be, and how that actually looks on you. And for me, it really did take a while to figure this out, because I'm a Sagittarius sun, 1 degree. I love these bright colors, gemstones. I love turquoise growing up, especially. I got as much turquoise I could get my hands on, really. And after a while, I just sort of, it didn't really look that great on me, I don't think. It just sort of, after a while, I didn't really feel that comfortable wearing it either. It's just too bright. And I figured out, obviously, that's because I got a Capricorn ascendant. Capricorn is a lot more modest, a lot more darker tones. And so it just didn't seem to fit, and I didn't really understand why until I understood about the ascendant. And this also comes with getting older, with age, because the ascendant is also, again, Martian in nature, what you're going out to discover about yourself through experience, through trial and error. You work out what looks best on you through these things over time. So you become more your ascendant over time. And you start to work it out. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of a kickstart. Just go to your ascendant, figure out what that is, what aspects are to your ascendant, to figure this out without too much trial and error. The other thing is Capricorn doesn't even really need to wear gemstones. I figured out just wearing plain metal jewelry suits me best. And all of the earth signs, earth risings, earth Venuses, they really like plain, they can do well having plain jewelry, because these are earth signs which are very natural and just naturally kind of beautiful as well. You don't need a lot of glitz and glamour to look good or to feel good. If you want to get really detailed as well, I'm just going to touch on decans a little bit. I mean, obviously you can go and Google what decans are and the specific degree of your ascendant. It just gives you more information and a second sign of your element of your ascendant to help understand a bit better, because there are degrees that are affecting your ascendant, making it a little bit different to what just a normal Capricorn would be, for example, for me. And because I'm a 27 degree Capricorn ascendant, it means that I'm in the third decan, the last decan within the last 10 degrees of my Capricorn sign. So it makes it a Virgo Capricorn. That's why more plain and dainty sort of jewelry suits me better, which is really Virgo. They do well with the dainty, fine jewelry. So there's 3 decans. The first decan is if you're within the first 10 degrees of your rising sign, or any sign for that matter. The second decan is obviously 10 to 20, and the third decan 20 to 30 degrees of your sign. If you're an Aquarius rising, for instance, and you're in your 7 degrees Aquarius rising, you're within the first 10 degrees. So you would be an Aquarius. If you were in the 10 to 20 degrees Aquarius, you would be Aquarius Gemini. And if you're in the 20 to 30 degrees Aquarius, you would be Aquarius Libra, the next air sign. The other thing to know, just while we're on the topic of jewelry, is to know what your skin tone is, to know what metal to match your gemstones with. So if you have cool tones, silver jewelry looks good. Warm tones, gold jewelry is best. And you don't have to spend a fortune on solid gold. You can, there's loads of gold plated jewelry out there. So there are a lot of different websites out there saying different stones for the zodiac signs, but I've sort of refined my list based on my experience and what I think the certain signs should go for. Eastern astrology, as well as taking into account the elements and just, again, experience what I've seen look good on the signs. And obviously the rulership, so what planets are governing over different elements and gemstones. So with an Aries rising, you can definitely have ruby, or the red gemstones we're gonna really say, also red coral, bloodstone. It helps to refine the intuition. All the fire signs are about intuition, so it helps to refine that. Hematite as well has been used to sort of calm down a little bit of the energy of Mars. If you have Mars quite strong in your chart, you've got a lot of fire, and you can use hematite as a real cool, not a cooling off, you don't, Mars people wouldn't like that, but it's just more to calm down, because you can get very impulsive, very rash, and very heated and angry. This is if you have sort of Pluto squaring your Mars, or Mars in the first house in Aries, or just a lot of that heat sort of energy going on. So for a Taurus rising, you can have a diamond. Obviously diamonds look really good because they're ruled by Venus. Libras, obviously, I'm going to say can wear diamonds as well. Emerald, obviously. I think emeralds look amazing on Taurus rising, just because those green earthy tones just go so well. And rose quartz, obviously, rose quartz. Venus as well can use rose quartz, and this really helps with receptivity, because Taurus can become a bit stubborn, so it helps to relax that stubbornness and just to help relax a little bit more in general. And both Libra and Taurus can both wear opal because it enhances artistic abilities. It's sort of a very Venusian thing as well. It's very, I find it's a very specific taste that you need to have to wear opal or to like opal, but it's just an option. So with Gemini rising, you can have clear quartz crystals. These are great for sort of clearing the mind, any anxieties, things like that. It really helps to clear. These light, fresh, clear stones are great for the air signs. Tiger's eye is also really good for Gemini, and it helps ground them as well. Again, grounding nervous system, always really important for Gemini. Cancer rising, you can have white pearl, looks amazing on you, and Obviously moonstone, it really helps to balance the hormones, the emotions, and it's also a really good stone for new beginnings in life, for pregnancy, anytime there's like a new phase in life. But it's going to be that stone that really enhances your outward persona. Leo, I know you're going to like this one. You're going to have ruby. It's that fiery red stone that's great for Aries as well. And sunstone to sort of help with confidence. Leo risings go through a bit of a journey of their confidence throughout life. And this can sort of just help refine that, to help balance that with your outward persona, help you have good energy. Yeah, it's your stone for sure. And citrine is also really lovely. It's a beautiful orangey yellow sort of color. It's great colors for Leo. Suits them really well. And you can also use jasper, sort of red jasper. This is great for grounding, stability, and strength as well. If you need to sort of ground your sun, if you've got a sun that's maybe square Pluto or in Leo as well, and there's a lot of this Leo energy, it can sort of help bring some grounding in for that sign.